Silver State 300 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This is your new Burris Moonlight Series. It is the lower division 2-hour Cup Series, the Xfinity Series, you could say, in real NASCAR. I am here today with WFan18 or at Keffer Jason on Twitter. WV Las Vegas. It's a great track in my eyes, multiple lanes. How do you think this race is going to play out today?
Well, thanks for having me again, Slade. Las Vegas, it's a really fun track. One of those mile-and-a-half tracks it's a little bit different than some of the other ones. The way that you said, you do have a couple lanes to choose from. What I've noticed here is the high lane. One of the few maybe mile-and-a-halves where the high lane works pretty well, especially when you get your car set up. I think we're going to have a good race tonight. You know, we, as everyone knows, we kind of did some switching and swapping and changing some things around. Just because we had a few races in a row there that weren't the greatest, so we want to put a good product out for not just everyone watching, obviously, but for the guys on the track. It's a lot more fun to race and have a lot of green flag laps. So I think what we put together here is going to be pretty good. We've set a limit on all of our fields for the series. The limit is 16. We have 18 guys trying to qualify in tonight, so 2 unfortunately will go home. But I think it's going to be a great race, and I'm really looking forward to it, Slade.
Same here, man. We saw why I put the 88 car up there. I believe that's WV fans ride in the NASCAR Heat Pro League, if I'm not mistaken.
Which one was that, Slade?
88, am I right?
No, I do believe, not confirmed yet, but I do believe it's going to be the number 7 for me.
7.
And my teammate on Xbox would be the 88, from what I've heard.
Well, I had a 50-50 chance, and I guessed it wrong. But in all seriousness, here at Las Vegas, I'd like to think of it as Kansas, multiple lanes. Go almost anywhere. Kansas is a little dicey in the middle, at least for how I drive it. But multiple lanes should be a great one. A lot of great drivers, including in this race we will have Cup regular Marcus E-Dub will be in the race. We have eNASCAR Heat Pro League driver Diesel Piles, eNASCAR Heat Pro League driver Bags, both in our Cup Series. And they already have qualified, might I add. The Ford party has qualified all 8 of those guys. I believe that's all we got for Toyota, only 4 guys in that party. The Chevy party is coming up soon, and yeah, these guys are running fantastic times. The best I've seen so far is a 7.46, a 30.746, and that's out of the 4 car of Jay Hyper. And you have your Cup guys with Diesel Piles 30.772, Bags 30.811. They should be getting that Chevy party in here soon. But WVU, who do you got your eyes on for this race? Cup regular, Xfinity regular. Who do you got your eyes on here for tonight?
Well, you know, it's hard to go against any of the Cup regulars, especially the guys that are Pro League guys. I mean, they got a lot of talent, obviously, and they're always fast. I think some of those guys are probably making their final starts down here in the lower series, because even though we kind of reset some things, the points stay the same. And we do have a rule that the Cup regulars can only race in 5 Xfinity Series races throughout the season. So I know some guys are making their final starts in the Xfinity Series. But, you know, if we put those guys aside for a second, who I'm going to watch for? So a couple guys that haven't been in the league very long but have shown a lot of things to us and kind of got placed where they are. I'm going to watch for 020 Unfair. This guy comes out of West Virginia, just like me. I did bring him into the league, but from what I've seen, doesn't have like the top speed that we're going to see out there, but a very clean guy, and I think he's pretty good with strategy. So I think he'll probably do pretty well tonight. I think from the back is a guy who's kind of been a beginner series, truck series guy. He's always been pretty clean, so I want to watch for him tonight. I really want to keep my eyes on those guys and see, you know, what they do, how they react around the other cars. Are they putting it in there when they should, and are they backing out, giving room? I think that's very important. So my eyes will be on those guys tonight.
Well, I hate to say it, WVU, they have not got the order yet, but all 3 parties have qualified for a total of 18 drivers. Qualifying, only 16 make it. And from what I see, the 2 drivers that did not make the race is your driver, 020, and NRG. Did not make the race tonight. That's gonna be your 2.
Okay, well, so we'll just put that right out there. Like I said, I didn't have the top speed, but that's something we'll work on. He does. We all kind of like take some drivers under our wings here in the Cup Series,
yes,
and try to work with them. And so, yeah, 020 races on my team, and we worked on some stuff. I provided some setups, but you know, it's just one of those things. You know, trying to be careful, cautious out there, and get a little more speed, and maybe we can get in the next race. But I guess we'll watch from the back. And like I said, I think if we take a Cup driver, who's probably going to win, I'm going to go with Diesel Piles tonight. He's been fast lately, really fast, and we'll see how he goes.
Yeah, Diesel's been very consistent at the 1.5 miles this season in our Cup Series. Looking for him to be good tonight. But you mentioned 020. He's your driver, of course. He's one of the cleanest we have to offer here in the Xfinity Series and in our developmental program in general. And that's one thing we look for as team owners and as drivers mainly, is just to be clean and debut. I know you brought a driver in under your belt when we had the draft a month or two back. Cardace is now in our Cup Series. And you can say yourself, Cardace is definitely not the fastest in our Cup Series, but he is one of the cleanest and one of the most respectful guys in there, which is what got him a Cup ride, and I'm sure you would agree with that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact, we did a little exhibition practice race the other night with our new Cup roster just to see how it was going to roll, because I think if anybody watched that Kentucky race last week or whatnot, we didn't have a lot of green flag laps. So we put together a new roster. We gave it a try. I think it was like Thursday or Friday night or something. And Cardace was in there. And, the race started, and he fell back and was about a second or two back of the whole pack. But the race played out cleanly, and he actually had other than the fact that he kind of ran out of fuel like a lot of us did. I mean, hell, I ran out of fuel too. But he had a chance for a top 5 or 6 finish there, just keeping it clean and keeping her on track. So definitely what we're looking for, and the speed will come,
Sure, man. As the starting order is getting set here, as we all said, the 45 NRG in the 7 of 020 did not make the field, and you see on your screen that is the car you'll be sitting on the pole, and that'll be the 4 of J Hyper. I would say probably one of the fastest, if not the fastest guy that is an Xfinity regular. He out-qualified some Cup guys, so we'll see what he can do today. Hopefully, I'll tell you this, a lot of guys, and I've been guilty of it sometimes, to build just really good qualifying setups, really good single car, but it doesn't handle good, and it's not that great in the draft. We'll see how Jay's car is able to handle in a pack racing with all these guys here. Should be exciting though. Las Vegas is a very racy track. Unlike, there's a couple 1.5 miles out there that are single laned, excuse me, and just not really that great for racing. But Las Vegas Motor Speedway is fantastic. So we'll see what we got here tonight.
Yeah, Slade, and as they are setting the lineup, we do know the 2 people that did not make the race. Again, that was 020 Unfair, my guy from my fellow Mountaineer. But hopefully we'll keep working and get him in there next week. And NRG. The rest of the field, the lineup is going out. We should be getting ready to go to the track here in just a few moments. Hopefully we'll get loaded in the first try and get her gone. But Slade, you mentioned something about qualifying, and qualifying is interesting. The way we do it is single car qualifying. We don't let anyone draft. We kind of get out there in a group, everybody spreads out and goes, and then we do our times like that. Slade, you mentioned that sometimes some of these guys, it's one of those catch-22s. To get into the race, you got to qualify in, but you got to have a car that when you get into that race, is going to be able to drive around others. So I'm interested to see. There is an option, NASCAR Heat 3, to make a race setup and a qualifying setup. Some of these guys do that, maybe. I'm not sure. I hope they did. I know I typically put a race setup in and kind of just go from there, and usually end up starting somewhere mid to further back in the pack. But you'll usually see me at the front by the end. But I'm interested to see what kind of car J Hyper has there. Looks like the invites are going out here in a second, so once they get that close to 0 there, they'll send us the invite just to make sure that we don't kind of jump in the race and then we can't broadcast for you.
As well, you mentioned
Slade, I was going to say, I guess this would be the time for the what do they call that? The gentlemen start your engines, right? It's the how do we do it here at midnight? It's ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
Go ahead, you got it.
Oh, I don't want to do it.
Ah, okay, Slade. All right, ready? Drivers, accept your invites.
Yeah. Hold on, actually, I forgot. Give me a second here. Blue screen. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for that. All right, good. I don't know why I had a second thought in my mind that I did not put my voice too loud and I was panicking this entire time. But we do have the starting order for your Silver State 300 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And on the pole, the 4 of J Hyper, as we said, in that nice Flex Seal number 4 Chevy Camaro. Starting second, Pro League, or NASCAR Pro League driver, Diesel Piles. Starting third will be the 16 of RJ Smitty. Starting fourth will be the 21 of Deadpool. Starting fifth, I got to go up to look at this number, the 40. Starting fifth, okay, that's very weird. There's actually nobody in the 40. Is that a typo? It says 40. Is there someone changing numbers?
Welcome, Bobby.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for this hold up. But there is no car in the 40, so I'm questioning starting fifth. We'll get fifth. Let me go up to the order. Starting sixth will be the 28 car of AK Racing. We'll be starting sixth. Starting seventh will be the 61 of FL Driver. I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 61 of FL Driver. Will be starting in the 7th position. Starting 8th will be the 18 car of Celtics Fan. Starting 9th will be the 19 of Bags. Starting 10th will be the 35 car of AKA Deadly Bomb. He's an Xbox regular. Starting 11th will be the 20 car of Exterminator. Sorry, the 19. There's 2 18 cars. Sorry, we're going to have to... They have a little mix up with the numbers. It looks like... That might be the case. The 40 car... Sorry, that's what they missed. The fastest in the Toyota party. I believe the 40 car is going to be Celtics Fan. That's what starting 5th will be Celtics Fan, the 40. And starting 8th will be the 18 of Bags. So 9th, once again, will be NoCo in the 19. 10th is the 35 Dilly Bomb. 11th will be the 20 of Exterminator. 12th will be the 3 of Marcus. 13th will be the 00 of Bulldog. 14th will be the 88 car. That is... Okay, they've messed up the numbers here, folks. I apologize. 88 was from the back. From the back, we'll be starting in the 14th spot. 15th will be the 60 car of K Taddy. And starting 16th, the last, will be the 2 car of Hunty. That is your field. Should be exciting here. Do you have a pick? I don't think we said who we're watching for, but do you have your pick for the race now, knowing the qualifying order there, WBU?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Diesel Piles.
Pick stays. Diesel Piles. 22. That'll be WBU's pick. Cup regular. NASCAR Pro League regular. My pick is one of his favorite tracks is Las Vegas. And I do own his car and his team, technically. But my pick for the race is gonna be Deadpool in that 21, starting 4th. Loves this track. Can't wait to see what that he's gonna do today. Okay, there we go.
We shall see.
Sorry, I got.
So, just to set the race up, they are going to be joining in the lobby here. They're doing that right now. We'll be getting in. They'll be doing 1 pace lap, 75 miles per hour. And once they come around, they'll get in order. Once they come around, they'll come back to the start-finish line, and they will actually take the green flag at the start-finish line, and we will be underway here in just a few seconds.
And as I was asking for, oh, there's the invite. Are we good to join? We are blue screen, by the way. I will wait a couple seconds. I'm good to join.
Like 100 laps, 50% times 2 wears what we'll be doing tonight.
There we go. We'll have the onboard camera of FL driver tonight. As you see, FL will be in the 61 car, 61 Ford Mustang, so we'll be able to use his onboard tonight to get the running order and such. We thank him. That is at Buck Racing on YouTube.
So, do you know if we'll have anybody else in the field tonight doing that I can check out as well?
I don't believe so. I believe you're usually the one we do for Cup Series. So I believe that's
appreciate all the views too, everyone. And hey, feel free to follow me on YouTube. It's at Jason Keffer. I like to do all the in-car cam stuff for all the races we do. So, and follow me on Twitter at KefferJason, WVU fan 18.
All right, see we're loading in here.
Yep. Now we're loading into the race. I'm already in. Slade should be loading in. The guys right now are getting in order their starting positions manually, and once they get in line here and back around to the start finish line, we will go green.
You see here, we will be having this guy as our onboard camera watching what he does, and then we got a running order where it's a 61 of FL here, and a new ride this week. But up at the front, Jay Hyper is in the number 4 Florida Watermelon Association Chevrolet. I don't know what it would be. My favorite fruit's got to be oranges, though. Not gonna lie, oranges or peaches.
I just like fruit in general. I think it's all good, even tomatoes, because that's really a fruit.
I'm not a tomato person, not gonna lie. I like ketchup, no tomatoes though. No tomatoes. Don't know if that makes sense. Deview, it's time to get them ready, ain't it?
Yep, they're coming to the line here. They're getting their wheels ready, their controller's good, wiping their hands one more time, making sure their pedals are good to go. Coming to the line, and I say yeah!
And just like that, we are live here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The outside is not get the greatest start. 22 diesel piles on the 21 of Deadpool. Do I get the best start? That puts the 18, that is Bags Cup regular, on the high side. They're already 3 wide here at Las Vegas, coming out of turn 2 on lap 1.
Yes, they're 3 wide in the 60 car back here in the back. He looks like he got a little loose getting in 1 and 2 there, which can happen, especially on the first lap when you're not quite up to speed.
Oh, we got one car around.
We have an incident here. Looked like someone just clipped the apron there is what it looked like, and they kind of lost control. My
screen looked like this. I didn't see really a great part of it. It looked like, to me, the 61 car, that was FL driver, got the apron. But again, sadly, we were not able to get that on camera for the, at least for our view. We got it on y'all's view, watching at home. We have the onboard FL driver, and it appears FL was underneath the 40 of Celtics and got a tiny bit of nose cut off. And wow, a lot of people went flipping. Okay, that's yeah, okay. But yeah, it looks like the 61 had a little bit of a nose underneath the 40, and just didn't think it was there. Just a tiny bit of a nose though. And that'll bring out caution number 1, brought to you by Burst Tires, our sponsor for our Moonlight or lower series. Make sure to check them out on Twitter at Burst Tires. So, Deview, you've seen how aggressive these guys are going to be. Already 3 wide on the first lap. You think these guys are going to continue being this aggressive, or do they know the standards that are being set here and know what happens if they go 3 wide?
The standard, we got somebody off the track there. Who is that? Looks like they got kind of pushed down. They saved the car. He didn't bring it back up on the track, so good job of him. The standards have been set, and so this is the first race since we kind of come out. We have a rule book. The policy's been made clear. We expect nice, aggressive racing. We understand there's going to be incidents and cautions, but we just don't want a lot of guys, making the same mistakes over and over and over again, and without trying to correct them. So we'll see. I mean, we didn't get through 1 lap yet. Then here we go, 2 laps, and we
I couldn't tell if the 40 came down on the 4 or the 4 came up on the 40. But those guys get together and cause a big wreck. And FL driver did a fantastic job of working his way through that. It went from the 14th or 13th position to 5th because of that wreck. But yeah, man, these guys know how the past week have went and what standards need to be set. But I don't know, man. A couple guys are saying that it was the 4, a couple guys said it's the 40, so might have been a combination of both, to say the least.
Yeah, it's one of those things. We'll see if they clean it up here. I'd like to see them get going there. I know it's frustrating for us, and it's frustrating when you're out there racing. These guys are all. Here's the thing: a lot of guys out here are fast, and I just like to see them be a little more patient, man. Patience is key. Patience is always key. I mean, Slade, you and I, in most of our Cup races, well, all of our Cup Series guys are like that, but you and I in our Cup races, man, we're just patient. See, the 22 kind of doored the 22 just doored the 19, it looked like, but the 19, Bags being the veteran he is, he got knocked to the apron, he held it down there, got her back under control, and he's going to recover, it looks like.
That was actually NOCO. NOCO's in the 19.
Oh, NOCO. Oh, I'm sorry, Bags in the 20?
18.
No?
18.
18, okay, I'm so confused. I know he's one of those Joe Gibbs guys. That's a Joe Gibbs guy right there. He's But all right, well, a good job by Noco then to he held it down there. He didn't come back up and wreck the field. I see some action in the back. We got some guys getting run off
and
the
they're
track
around
here.
again. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to 61. Got ran off the track.
To me, he just was on that seam on the front stretch, that apron seam, and just got loose. Just in between the apron and the actual racing surface on the front stretch, just got a little bit loose and lost it there. But back to that Noco save, man. That was, you mentioned Bags and said that was very made by Bags, but that was Noco in that car. It's a fantastic save by Noco in the 19. Keeping it down there, that's what we look for. Anybody could easily just, brought right back up the track and wrecked the field, but Noco slowed it down, waited for the field to go by, then brought it back on the track. Really good move by him there.
Yeah, it was a good move by him, but something I try to talk or remember to tell these guys, and I know the guys that race, with me, and I kind of work with on my team like 020 and whatnot. I try to tell them, you can't win the race on the first lap, but you sure can lose it. So don't get crazy here, just get out there, get up to speed, and you got to work your way through the field. You can't just go from last to first in 2 corners. It's not going to work, So be patient, take your time, and work your way through the field.
I didn't mention it the first time it happened, but this guy started 16th, dead last out of the field, and he's running first right now. That is the 2 of Hunty. Great job by him working his way through the field, dodging the wrecks, as these guys are hopefully staying conservative and going to have some great racing here, as the 4 is going to look underneath the 2.
Now, what I'm seeing right now, I'm in the back, I'm on the 19 car, I'm looking up through the field. What I'm seeing is not a lot of movement left to right. People are pretty much holding their lane. But coming into 1 here is really what we're going to see. Like, what happens? Like, who can hold their car? Who can't? They're 3 wide.
Yeah.
But everyone's holding it, giving room. They're holding it. I'll tell you one thing, too, some guys got to remember, if you choose to go down to that little apron part in the front stretch, if you go down there and the car on the outside is holding that white line, that car on the outside does not have to let you back up on the track. If you get someone beside you and they beat you to the corner, if you're down low, you're the one that has to back out of that and give the space, so you better beat them to the corner. But this view I'm looking at back here right now, everyone looks a lot better. Everyone seems to have calmed down. Maybe the message got across. Take it easy. We're 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 all the way through the field here. And everyone, for the most part, looks to be...
Oh, 4 might have got the 2 there.
He's going to hold it there. He's trying to hold it there. He's trying to hold it. He held it.
Good job by Hunty there. Yep.
The code car's 3 wide back here that we're trying to dodge that, but they all dodged it. No contact. We're good.
On that wreck, like the 4 got the 2 there. Oh, we got cars in the back. 22, 61, 19. Once again goes to the apron and dodges it.
Looked like I couldn't tell exactly what happened. Looked like maybe the 20. I know the 22. I think came down on the 61, or maybe he got doored out. Sorry, I was flipping back and forth there.
We've seen him. He's been the 88 for most of the Burris Moonlight Series this season, but he's in a new ride today, and that's paying off right now. That's Exterminator. I believe he got 2nd or 3rd at Daytona, and he's in the first position right now. As a 35, the Deli Bomb's gonna get the apron and does a fantastic job of saving it, and everybody around him did a fantastic job of getting around it.
I'll tell you what, Slade. I was riding along with the 19 back here. I thought they were under caution because he had slowed down so much to avoid everything. I just kind of assumed the caution was on and went to check the chat. So good on him that he slowed down that much to prevent further incidents or actions. He lost a lot of time on the track, but he kept us green. So good job by the 19.
Sure, man. That kind of does. Looks like the 4 might have got to the 00 a little bit, and the 3 got a little loose trying to dodge it. Is there a 3 back there? 3 in the 40 are going to make some contact. They're going to all sort it out, it appears. Oh, 00. They're getting a little squirrely here. Everybody trying to work themselves back in the pack. They're 3 wide.
As long as they can hold it here, I don't mind. I like it. Just got to hold it. You got to be steady. So I think it's a little easier to do on the
16 there. Got into the 00. RJ Smitty got into Bulldog, and Bulldog.
But nobody's
nice
spun,
job.
Everybody's straight.
Gotta commend.
I was riding on board there with the one. I can't remember the car number now. The guy hit, but he let out of the throttle. You could hear the throttle die down and kept it straight and didn't make the problem. Yeah, they had a problem, but didn't make it any worse.
I gotta commend the 88.
Let's focus on this 88 Hellman's car.
I was going to commend the 88 from the back and the 2 of Hunty. They put themselves 3 wide with a 00, avoiding that wreck, and did a fantastic job doing so. But 3 cars have immersed themselves into the quote-unquote lead battle. As the 20 of Exterminator, the 3 of Marcus E-Dub, and the 4 car of J Hyper. As you see in the background, the 61 and 40 are getting their way back up there as Marcus looking to the outside. Doesn't like it's going to work, though.
See, and I'm riding on board here with the 88 Hellman's car from the back, and I'll tell you what, he lost some position there, letting out, backing off, whatever. But
we got a wreck up
he
front.
Still has the draft with this group, and he's holding on.
They saved. Oh my God! Oh, can the 40 save that?
I'm not. The 40's got to keep her down. Don't come back up yet. Don't come. Good job. Stay down there. Good job. Good job, 40. I'm not sure who got in the 40. That was great because a lot of people want to come back up on the track and try to not lose all those spots. He stayed on the apron the whole way around.
Got a caution.
This group went by.
Where's that stage?
Was that the end of the stage?
We'll get a look on that.
I didn't see any.
That was the end of the stage.
I didn't see any. Yeah, okay, good.
Well, that's very unfortunate.
Good job by the 40. Even better job by the 40. He gave up all those spots right there just to make sure that he didn't cause a wreck and let those guys be able to race back to the line. So good job, 40. Definitely appreciate that as a fan and as a driver, dude. Good job.
That was Cup regular Celtics fan making his final Burris Moonlight Series start. So as Cup regular doing that, kind of quote-unquote expected, but nonetheless, great move by him. And might I add, that was a very unfortunate stage end to Marcus. Him and the 4 car made some contact, and nothing he could do there. But so that hurt his stage. Not Xfinity regular though, so he should be fine. But stage winner, Exterminator. As we go back green here, the 20 of Exterminator, the 21 of Deadpool will take us to stage 2. They're already 3 wide in the back. Bulldog puts it 3 wide, and he's going to make it work. As the 20 is going to get a little bit loose, the 61 of FL Driver is going to take the lead, and he's bringing the 35 of AKA Deadly Bomb along with the 22 of Diesel Piles with him.
Yep, I'm watching these guys back here in the back. We heard a little radio communication right there at the end of the stage. Apparently the 2 and 22 weren't exactly happy with each other. Not sure what happened there, but hey, you gotta keep racing. So.
Sure, man. The 2 and 22 kind of chilling. 22's back up front, bound for the 3rd position with the 20 of Exterminator. 2 car in the back right now. Ooh, 60 is going to slip up a little bit. Everyone behind's got to check up. They're now 3 wide.
3 cars on the. Oh yeah, the 3 car is 3 wide there. Oh, he tries to close the door on the 4. He closed it, and the 4 looks like he checked up. Good job by the 4 to not force the issue. He checked up. We saw the 3 car was going to take that spot regardless. So
this is one heck of a view we got here on board the 88 Hellman's Man Chevrolet up from the back as they make some contact. Here. That is
keeps
the 30
down there though. Keeps it. Good job. Who we got? Who got here? The 35. He got in the grass there.
Oh, more contact. 4's around. 3's involved. It looks like.
Yeah, we had some issues back here in the back, but
3 the 21.
Caution didn't come out. So.
And on the 35 situation, same thing as we saw with FL earlier in the race. Just got on that seam on the front stretch. You see right here, this white line separating the main track and the apron, which a lot of guys like to run. He just got on that and lost it, but did a great job saving it. But you see his pad right now.
Like most tracks, you have to be loose to be fast. But there's like you hear the drivers talk about in real life all the time. Balance, balance, balance. Balance is key. You have to have that balance between being fast and being able to hold onto the car. And especially maybe the way his setup is it's really fast, but it may take 3 or 4 laps to come to him. It may be extremely loose the first 3-4 laps of a fresh set of tires. And then it comes to him, but those first few laps you just got to be so careful. And like you said, you get that seam, those first 3 or 4 laps, you just come right around, and you gotta chase the car. But he did a good job saving it, and good job keeping us green. So that's what we like to see. We got 2 packs, 2 distinct packs now. You have the lead pack, and then you have another group. Kind of even not really so much of a pack. There's kind of cars singled out here and there throughout the field at the moment.
I see these Joe Gibbs Toyotas working together. The 18 and 20 Excuse me, that is the 18 of Bags and the 20 of Exterminator, your stage 1 winner. Trying to work against these forwards here as FL and Diesel on the top side, along with a fellow Toyota of Celtics fan. These guys trying to work their way. They're 2x2 for 3 rows, it appears, behind the leader. These guys trying to make some moves here and get to the front.
From the back here, I don't think he had one of the fastest qualifying runs of the race, but like we said, we talked about being clean. We got another car down low. What's he gonna do? The 20 car, that's Bags, right?
Exterminator.
He was able to hold on, or Exterminator, I'm sorry, the 20 car. The 20 car held on to it there, but unlike the 40 and what did we say, the 45 earlier? I mean, the 45, or he went through the apron and he actually brought it back up the track right in front of the 88. 88 did a masterful job of getting on the brakes. I'm sure the 88's not happy with the 20 right now. I know I sure wouldn't be, but they did not wreck, so that's good on them. A good job on the 88. Sure would like to see the 20 just keep her down there. He did bring it up in front of a couple cars, but I guess no harm, no foul.
Sure, man. These guys now, the main pack, the main lead pack goes to, I believe, 8 cars. Not mistaken. I think we got 7. 7 cars in that lead pack. There are 3 wide behind the leader, and the 18's going to. Yeah, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 in this main pack. It seems a big problem for these guys tonight is just getting on that apron seam on the front stretch. Just hitting that and getting loose and losing the car. But right now, when we hit the line, we should have, I believe, 11 to go in the stage, if I'm not mistaken. We'll get a correct count on you guys for that. But these guys, right now, there have been a couple slip-ups here and there, but no big issues for stage 2. These guys put on a heck of a show.
A little bit of a shaky start there at the beginning, but they definitely spread out a little bit. You can see a little difference in the give and take. They started out kind of hard, and they went hard in the paint, I will say, since it's still March Madness, or I guess it's April now. But they've toned it down a little bit. They've kind of settled in. They probably made some adjustments on all those couple pit stops they got to tighten the cars up if they needed to, and they're running good right now. They're using their heads, so I like to see this.
Yep,
great battle up front.
Coming to 9 to go in stage left in stage 2, and who's going to lead this lap? I believe FL led it, but the 40 of Celtics fan and the 18 of Bags looking to go to the inside here and put themselves 1-2, put Team Toyota 1-2. You also have the 19 right here of NOCO, also Team Toyota, and we got a little contact. 61 tapped the walls, 22 and 19 a little contact, and they save it.
Wide.
Great job of these guys. Here's an onboard of Bulldog. He's about a second behind these guys, but he's got a great camera view. I'll back up here.
Tell you what, if I remember correctly, Las Vegas is where we had when we had our cup race here. Diesel and I got kind of wrecked to the back there on the last restart with green, white, checkered, and we just decided to send it. We sent it cleanly, but we went from the last 2 cars on the track, and Diesel ended up actually winning the race, and I finished right behind him in 3rd as he raced. Was it maybe Celtics to the line for the win? So that was pretty cool.
I do not want to talk about that Las Vegas Cup race. Oh, when you're leading, and then the car behind you lags into you, and you wreck back to 16th. That's not fun. Nonetheless, Celtics fan, as WB just said, he was battling for that win in our Cup race back here. He's now leading our Xfinity race. His last start this season, you could say, not his last ever start, in the Burris Moonlight Series, as he has his team owner, that is the 18 of Bags, and then teammate, the 19 of NOCO, the first Cup regular in this race, sitting 3rd, or Xfinity regular, excuse me, sitting 3rd. What do you think NOCO's approach is right here? He's sitting 3rd. He wants to get as many points as possible because he's the only one at that top 3. Now top 4 going for Cup or for Xfinity points. God dang it. What's his approach here?
NOCO's a guy who's very fast, and he kind of was a Cup regular for a while, but he took a kind of step down to the Xfinity Series just to kind of get some more racing action and kind of clean things up a little bit with some aggression and things like that. And from what I'm seeing right now, it looks like he's, being more patient. So I think his plan right now is that he wants that spot, but I don't think he's going to force anything. If he's smart, he'll just let the 18 there take that spot, follow him through, and then he can work on the 18 once they both get around.
Yes, here we go. The 18 of Bags, 19 NOCO on that bottom, trying to work their way around the 40. Bags will lead this lap, but you see, you got 4 cars on the top side, 2 on the low side. Let's see where all this goes. As never mind.
See, now I'll tell you something. So, now my strategy is not to give it away or anything, but it's just what I like to do. When we're racing like that, and I'm an inside car, I'm not going all the way to the apron. I'm going to keep it above the white line just so that car outside of me can't go down any further either. You know, make them go up the track. Make them, you know, they're used to entering the corner how they want to, so because they're used to the inside car being able to go out there. If you as an inside car stay higher above that line, you're messing with that guy that's outside of you, and you've messed up his line, and he has to enter turn 1 differently, and you can actually mess up his entire lap without ever touching.
Oh, we had 3 to go in stage 1 or stage 2, excuse me, but a caution has came out, and I'm almost certain that ends the stage. That does end the stage. If we could find what the wreck was on.
I don't see anybody spun around. Are you sure that wasn't just the end of the stage?
We had 3 to go in the stage, and the caution came out. Apparently the 3 and the 4 I believe this is the pack that might have got together. It might have been the 35, 21, 3 and 4. But stage winner there will be the 40 of Celtics fans. Sweeps the stages in his final start this season for the Burris Moonlight Series. But
well, that was that was a pretty good stage. I'm quite impressed with that. So good,
oh yeah, for sure.
Well, like, take the time there. We talked about him earlier, kind of coming up on the track in front. Or I mean the 20 kind of came up on the track in front of the 88 earlier. He just radioed to the 88 team and apologized for that. So I'd like to see that good sportsmanship there.
Sure, man. Starting stage 3 here with a bunch of Toyotas in the front row. There'll be the 40 of Celtics and the 18 of Bags, both cupped regulars. We'll see how they go here as we are under green for stage 3 at the Silver State 300 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
This stage right here is going to really tell us a lot, right? Because this is where there's no more stages. There's possibly no more cautions. So you don't want to lose a lot of time here, but you still got to have that patience and respect for each other to get some green flag racing. So what kind of moves will these guys make here? Will they get kind of strung out and get going, or what happens? So far, so good. I want to speak too soon, though.
Sure, man. As right now, the 2 of Hunty is looking to make a lot of gains here. As we got wreck in the back, 21's involved. The 35, that's Deli Bomb. 21 of Deadpool. And this red car who had some contact was the 4 of J Hyper.
I missed what happened with those guys back there, but because I was watching these guys go 4 wide and entering the corner or coming out of 2, and they never touched each other. So it's kind of crazy. I don't know if that had anything to do with what happened to the guys behind them, but these guys were 4 wide for a second there. But we're holding pretty good lines and didn't look as if they were going to be making any contact.
I'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors. Of course, Burris Tires for sponsoring our Moonlight Series. We would like to thank Ronin Imports once again for sponsoring our Truck Series. And give a shout out to Travis Braden, ARCA Series driver. Give a shout out to Pocono Raceway for helping out our Cup Series. And we'd like to also give a shout out to Tanner Berryhill, who is a supporter of the channel. Thank you for tuning in when you do. He's probably very busy.
Sorry, Slade, I just had to take a sip of my ice cold, very delicious Pepsi. So tasty.
I bet it is. We're back underway here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Celtics still leading, and the 22 of Diesel, who did not get that great of a start once again. I'm just going to assume it's his gears. He hadn't had the best restarts all night. Nonetheless, let's go with that inside line, which is Celtics, Bags, Hunty, and the 20 is Exterminator. Let them get a run as they are now 3 wide. Bulldog appears going to put them 3 wide as we have the back cam of Hunty. 00, 20, 22, 3 wide, and 00's going to get a little bit loose on the apron. Contact with the 20,
hold it. No.
And they couldn't hold it there. Caution, that's a big wreck there.
Yeah. It looked like I think they almost had it saved, and then it looked like the 19, like when he went to check up a little bit, probably got loose. Probably had something to do with the brake bias if he got on the brakes, and it turned him into the I think the 80 or no, who just went down pit road? Someone just got knocked
35 was down pit road.
35, yeah.
Yep, these guys trying to put on a great show here, cleaning it up as we got workmanship.
So far, they've done a pretty good job. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, look, not these guys. Most of these guys aren't professionals. It's kind of weird saying that, right? But most of these guys aren't professionals. You know what I mean? And don't expect, it to be. But But all these guys are pretty good, and you get that kind of sense where like everybody wants to win. I mean, you're not here to run last. You're not here to run fifth. You're here to win. But
Yep.
you just got to be smart in how you do it. So we're going to see some moves and things happen. But I think overall, so far, what we've seen has been a pretty good race.
About professionals debut, and March 7th crowned 28 professionals on this game, and we have 2 of those in this race. So I guess that's your definition of professionals in this game, you could say. They technically are pro NASCAR drivers, NASCAR drivers, but nonetheless.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay, sorry. We're back on the way here. Bags is one of the professional NASCAR drivers is up here. Whoa, double zero, put it 3 wide once again. That's me, double zero.
I think that adds to some of the maybe kind of go get him attitude, right? Oh, look at this up front. Wow.
Yeah.
But for some of these guys to know that some of these guys were in the qualifying for the pro league and were out there racing and trying to get in, and some just as deserving didn't make it. And so I think when they get a chance to race against the guys that did, they kind of want to show their stuff, what they got. And some of these guys really do show what they got and show that they had the talent or have the talent.
They were in 1 and 2 there. They were very nerve-wracking there.
60. He's come through the grass. Just don't bring her up too soon. Make sure you're good. There you go.
He's staying on the bottom. Can they work around him?
Good job. Yep, they did.
Good job, everybody there. Still 3 wide with a 60 on the bottom. 60 car. I forgot the 60 was. K-Taddy. And good job by him working around that 60 of K-Taddy.
Another car, the 16, ended up down on the apron of the backstretch, but he was able to collect it back, get it together.
Bags is a guy who likes to ride it out, do a couple laps here and there, or not do a couple pit stops, green flag pit stops, and then make some moves. So being put 3 wide 2 times in a row on the start of restarts, he's not going to be the happiest. Or the 20 of Exterminators in the wall. Keep it up there. Come on. Good job. That's what we look for. Yep. You guys might think it's weird.
He held it up there.
You guys might think it's weird.
Good job. I watched him all the way to the back. All the way to the back. Yes, he lost all those spots, but I'll tell you what, he's earning his ride in the Xfinity Series right now. And that's, the Cup Series roster is locked, but we have locked that. We're trying to move people up and down before. 40 car, hold on to it, bud. Oh, the 40 car with a save. You could see, man.
You could see that in our in the back of our camera. We didn't focus on the 40 there. It was a 61. Gets a little loose.
I'm seeing some guys that are coming off of turn 2, and I don't know if they have, maybe it's like how they have their track bar set or something, but some of these guys are really coming off of 2, and they get down the backstretch and they're just breaking left. I mean,
how about this man? This guy is not even really a PS4 regular, aka Deadly Bomb, right on the 2nd position. And I forgot to add the 61 car. I don't believe he got loose coming off turn 2. Try to get another camera on it. I think he thought he was clear of the 2 car and came up into him. That's what happens. It wasn't really a loose issue. Just came up, just thought he was clear on another car and didn't get it. But Deadly Bomb right now, and Bag's looking for it 3 wide. Bag's trying to put another favor to something happened to him early in the race. Put a little 3 wide action here up front.
These guys are battling hard up here. I wonder, what, Slade? I wonder if it would help if we actually had spotters in here for these guys, because you can do it. We would just have to make a 40-car lobby, and these guys would have to jump in to the race, and then they can talk with their guys.
Yep. As you see here, a bunch of Chevrolets actually work on the top. Oh, never mind.
Somebody touching the wall there.
That was Deadly Bomb on the 35. He had help from the 2 of Hunty and 3 of Marcus, along with the 88 from the back on the top side. As you see, 35 a little loose. He's going to bring it back up the track, and he's going to go.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God,
he looks like one of the guys that's just got a little bit like another save back. A lot of saves tonight. Hey, these guys are.
Yeah.
I don't know what the saves, but I'm the kind of guy like I don't want to drop my car where I do have to save it.
Yeah. And we got about for the lead here.
Saving it the whole time.
Okay, clear him.
Maybe sacrifice a little speed for handling, because when these green flag runs run out, that little bit of speed you gave up for the handling really comes into play. I'm watching the 4 car, man. He's driven his way all the way up to the front. I mean, he's up here in the top 5 now, looking to go even further. He's been using that outside line too.
Oh no. Double zero hard looking at the outside wall. 2's involved. 35-3. Lots of cars.
I didn't exactly see what happened there, to be honest with you.
I
I just saw the 2 car or the 00 straight into the wall. It was weird. He just came out and boom, gone.
My perspective, him and 61 made contact, but I couldn't. At least what I think, I thought the 61 didn't go into the corner, didn't enter that early. Honestly, I think 61 came up a tiny bit. 00 went down a tiny bit, just a racing issue there. But for it to just be a racing issue, that was a very hard lick for that 00 car, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're just checking with some radio chatter here.
28. I
Well,
should have 20.
I was gonna say, so we should have a pretty decent run to the finish here. I mean, if everybody is able to keep showing out that respect and some saves and what they've been doing and keeping her down off the keeping her off the track and making their mistake everybody else's mistake, I think we might get to go to all the way to the checker here.
I look like these guys are in a position now where they can possibly save some gas and make it to the end, because right now 31 laps of gas. Oh, you guys save like 5 laps at Las Vegas is a strong matter. Don't know if they'll be able to do that, but that's how many guys save. They're going about 6 actually. So it one depends. Caution.
I mean, I've done it. Oh no, what happened there?
That 2 car on the apron.
Yeah, the 2 got the apron, and the 5 cars behind. Yeah, I was riding with the 40 here. 2 car got the apron. 5 cars checked. They all checked up, and unfortunately, it was like a snake. It just it all just turned. We had another car spin here. Caution did not come out.
That is surprising. A lot of guys could use that caution.
That's not good for those guys. Yeah. Not good for those guys, but maybe good for us to watch some green flag racing up front here. So,
yeah, but
you guys are gonna have to work their way back up. Hey, look who's up there in about the 7th, 8th position.
Is that the 60 or is it the 88? 88 from the back, maybe. From the back to the front.
We talked about him earlier about he's not going to go out there and probably turn any record-setting laps just like myself, but there he is towards the end of the race. It's been clean most of the night. We really haven't seen him in any incidents other than one where he got caught up in, and he made a nice save. So let's see how he finishes the race out. He keeps it up.
For the first time in this race, the 22 car, that discounted tire Ford Mustang of Diesel Piles, has taken the lead. You saw last week, or was it 2 weeks ago, to where you guys saw Diesel make that 4-wide move at Phoenix, or ISM Raceway, excuse me, and hasn't shown that kind of aggression tonight, but he's sitting in the first position right now, putting his sponsors and team out there, putting him in a good word here at MBN.
I'm watching the 88 from the back here. He's kind of running that middle. He's running the high line in 3 and 4, and he's running like a middle line on 1 and 2, which is something that I do from time to time. So I don't know if he's using a setup that I provided, or I think he built a lot of his own setups as well. But it's interesting watching him run this line, but he seems to be holding pretty well. There he is in the middle and 1 and 2 again. It works there. If you can get your car right between the dots on the lines on the markers on the track they have there, and you're holding well, I mean, you can really get some good speed off the corner.
Sure, man. There's a single file for majority of this lead pack. There's the 22 and the 18 Diesel Piles and bags. 1, 2, but FL drivers went to the inside, and they got a battle for second there.
Well, the 88 probably should be turning some good laps right here. He's got a big draft off of this whole group, and he's got room where he can suck up, and then he can kind of fall back a little bit if he needs to. I'm listening to his own car right now. It sounds like he's just kind of riding right there right now. He might actually be trying to save some fuel, to be honest with you. Where he's at, he has a little bit of draft. He has the lead back, but he's not going crazy on the throttle, it doesn't sound like.
Right now, Diesel Pile starting to pull away. These guys are 2x2x2 for about 3 rows, 2 rows it appears. About for second, third, fourth. Boy, a lot of battling right now in that second pack. This is what Diesel wants to see as your leader, doing a fantastic job up front.
We see the 4 car on the outside here. He's been
big wreck there.
The 19 looks like caught the wall down the backstretch, just getting ready to enter turn 3, and when he caught the wall, the 4 car was drafting right behind him, checked up, and caused the big, and no caution again. The caution is still
that's going to leave a 3-car battle.
Wow.
Diesel, FL, and bags.
Fortunately, the 88 got caught up in that, but he was kind of far enough behind him there that it slowed him down, and he lost some time in a couple spots on the track, but he's still facing the right way and going. So lucky for him.
Yep, look, they got 3 cars right now: Diesel, FL, and Bags. Unless it's caution, these are the only 3 guys who contend for the win. Unless there might be some fuel strategy, which, if there's another caution come out, I say there would be a lot of strategy, but there's going to be a couple guys, maybe even nobody, to go for the strategy. You guys save around 6 to 5.5 laps here at Vegas, pretty much by yourself. So we'll see if this can be possible.
Who may do it though? Some of these guys, when we first took this green flag, and there was that little stack up, and some guys wrecked and the caution didn't come out. You know, if that was me back there, I'm automatically fine. We're going to fuel saving mode because there's no way I'm driving back up there, right, without the draft or whatnot to cash this. So I would be in that mode right now. I would have made that decision right away. And then once you make that decision to save fuel, you know, you got to stick with it.
Yeah, Bags is. I think Bags is trying to save it. He has lost a lot of draft here. We don't know. Maybe Bags is trying to save the gas.
Must be listening to the broadcast.
Oh yeah. Bags win this race. We can thank Mr. Schley and Mr. WVU here. We'll take $20 PayPal each, please, and or $20 PSN. I don't care, but either way, I want many. Nonetheless, guys, we have 26 coming to 25 to go in the race here. 2 cars, unless fuel comes into a situation here. It's gonna be a 2-car race, which it looks like it will. Bags just keeps falling off, and you know Bags' car ain't that bad. So we'll see what he's gonna be able to do here.
I'll tell you what though, and not a knock on Bags or anything, but when I think of guys that save fuel, he's not one of them. He's usually, I'm out here, I'm up in the front of the pack, we're racing, and now he's the guy that will short pit a lot, trying to get those fresh tires early. But when it comes to actually saving fuel, not somebody I guess I think of. So we'll see if he can pull it off here.
Yep, he is going very. Honestly, if you think normal Bags, he would run this pack and then short pit, maybe take no tires at all, just take fuel. That's a Bags thing to do. But he's saving some. Looks like he's saving some fuel right now. He's lost a lot on these guys. And the 40 of Celtics fan appears. He was very close on the inside wall, and here comes Mark as well. Whoa! I don't think the 16 got to pit road there. The 16 didn't get in, but the 19, 40, the 3. The 16, and should have another car on pit road. Yep, 16 of RJ Smitty missed pit road. 60 of K-Taddy appears just coming on pit road, and the 18 of Bags has just pit.
All right, so no fuel strategy there for them. So I don't know if we have the running order yet, but I'm gonna assume we got
Diesel should be your leader.
Yeah.
NFL 1-2. Deadly Bomb right now sitting in the 3rd position. Hunty in 4th. X-Timidator sitting 5th.
I'm interested to see who's going to try to make it. I mean, like I said, if I was one of those guys that got knocked out earlier when that caution didn't come out and I'm in the back, I'm in fuel saving mode. I'm trying to win this race on fuel.
Yep, Diesel is giving that indication. He is going down pit road. Went to almost the apron of the racetrack. We'll see if FL acknowledges that.
Yeah, I hope he does, because that is the signal that I think most leagues use and what we use. If you're heading to pit road, to give those guys behind you a heads up, you go all the way down to the apron on the backstretch, and then you head down.
Yep, FL knew, but FL had a really, I don't want to say scary, but really nerve-wracking entrance to pit road. About lost it going in. But fantastic job by him getting that thing slowed down. And
so he didn't speed.
He did not speed. Found that out as well. I believe this gives the lead to the 35 of AKA Deadly Bomb, and that puts the 2 of Hunty in the 2nd position. So these guys trying to lead some laps here. Get on camera, as now I said, the 2 of Hunty goes down pit road. But it's going to be 4 tires for the 61 of FL driver. Would love to see what strategy these guys use. They take 4, take 2, even no fuel at all. All you need is 6 laps of fuel to make the end.
Tell you what, Bubba, we got the 88 of from the back still out there on the track, and I think he's trying to save fuel. I'm listening to his call right now.
Might add, fantastic pit stop by FL driver. A 14.3, which is fantastic for 4 tires, and comes out ahead of Diesel Piles by over a little bit under a second. Gains pretty much a second on Diesel Piles. 9/10 to 1 second. So we'll see how that pays off. He is right now. Bags has pit, and he's 3.5 behind Bags. So it's like Bags, I'd take 2 tires right there. And
yeah, that's a good move. You can do 2 tires here. You really can. How many laps are left, Slade?
Let's see. FL, I believe, is 1 lap down. So I believe we're coming to 18 on the, at least for Deadly Bomb. I believe we're at 18.
Tell you what, man, if these guys started saving early, I think they can make it.
I don't believe Deadly Bomb's saving, man. He's just running it.
I've been able to save 5 laps of fuel here if you drive it right, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm riding along with the 88, and I may have been playing crew chief here on my phone while I'm also commentating this race with the 88, giving him some pointers and tips that I will not share on the broadcast of how to additional ways to save fuel.
That's what I was telling my guys, you know, save gas, and then as soon as I said that, I see about all 3 of them pit. So, you know, communication didn't get there early enough, you know. But nonetheless, man.
Yeah, I was quiet there for a second. I was sending it. I was like, here, man, try this. We'll see. I don't know. I can't see the fuel, so it's kind of hard to say one way or the other, but I think you had a good shot. You said they were going to be 5 laps short last time we checked, right? And there's still about 18 laps to go. So I would think, even at that point with 18 laps to go and 5 laps short, if you drive this track right and your gears are pretty decent, and the fact that you're not wearing out the RPMs, you can do it. I've been able at this track, at least in the truck anyways, the car's a little different, but in the truck I've been able to at times get almost half a lap, quarter lap to half a lap of fuel saved a run. So
I was trying to get the camera right for our lap count.
Faster cars coming up on him. Hopefully he'll just let them go on by. Maybe use their draft for a lap or 2. You know, save a little bit because they're going to be faster than him on fresher tires, and whether they're trying to, I don't know. He's trying to save there or not. So see the 19 underneath the 88 here. That's what I'm watching.
I'll tell you this right now. Diesel and FL have quickly caught Hunty. Hunty also took 2 tires, it appears. They're now second behind him, but let's see if we can get a lap counter here now. Sorry, FL is still 1 lap down in the 12th position. We have his onboard camera, and so I believe he should be at 15. He's on the lead lap, so I believe we're at 14 to go. I believe we're at 14 laps to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
The 18 just went by the 88. He let both of them go. 88 kind of got in the wall just a tad right in front of the 18, which I'm sure was probably pretty scary for the 18, but he was able to hold it. I think he's trying to save fuel. He's probably watching his mirror, and the tires are wearing down. So it's not only do you got to save the fuel, you got to be careful with the tires. But if you're saving fuel and you're doing it right, you should be saving tires too, because you shouldn't be squealing them and burning them up through the corners.
I mean, unless the sound's a little messed up right now, I don't believe Deadly Bomb's saving any fuel, because that car, that engine motor is about as loud as a hyena right now. If you people know what that is, but
I'll tell you what. Like I said, I'm on board with the 88 right now, and he's doing exactly what I instructed or advised.
Let's get a little sound check on that 88 motor real quick. 00's down.
You can even.
Oh.
You can watch it.
Oh, we can hear that motor. Oh yeah. Oh, we're not gonna give out any secrets there. Let's see. Back to the 52, or not 52, 35 of Deadly Bomb, still leading this race as the 4 tire cars of Diesel and FL have passed Hunty and have 2 seconds to go if they want to pass the 18 of Bags. But I want to see, honestly, if maybe the game sound might mess up something. If that 35 is actually saving gas. Remember, these guys had to save 6 laps, 5.5 laps of gas. So if these guys are trying to stretch to the very end and take no fuel, they're going to be pitting sometime here in the next 3 laps. As like you heard us say, the 00 just pit. He just came out of pit road. I believe around the 12th or 13th position he'll come out. But 2 tires, unless if there's a little bit less laps there, it looked like that might have been the way to go. But Diesel and FL are catching them fast.
88 just slowed down so much. I actually kind of thought maybe he was coming to pit road. I don't know if he missed it, changed his mind, or maybe he's just really backing off that much right now to save this fuel. If he's still out there going, he must think he can make it. So.
Yep, the 20 of Exterminator also just pit.
He was very slow down the backstretch right there. Very slow. I don't know if he has a wheel, and if he does, he's clutching it. But he was very slow down. I mean, so slow that two guys that were out there running around actually almost ran into the back of him, and they had to kind of dodge him. He was staying up high, out of their way, but he is really off the throttle right now. But I believe he's going for it.
We're going to do something we've never done here in the booth. We're going to get a stopwatch out on the 35 car, see what times he's running, to see if he's, saving some gas or not. This is the first time I've ever done it, but we're going to see if it's a great idea here in the MBN booth.
Do it.
Yeah, send it. Let's see as we round at the middle of 3 and 4. Oh, never mind. Of course, when I decide to do the stopwatch, he goes down pit road. Well, that idea has been trashed, sadly, for the time being.
20 goes around the 88, and the 40 is about to go around the 88. But these are all like guys just trying to get a lap back. I think the 88 might be the leader now. He's getting them all pitted, right? I mean, anybody in front of him?
I thought the 21 was the only one I thought that might not pit out, might not pit yet. But I think the 88 is the only one to not pit yet. Let's see. Deadpool just pits. That puts RJ Smitty is 12 seconds ahead of Diesel and FL. Diesel and FL, I believe they are 1-2 for the guys who have already pit, and they are 5th and 6th. So there are 4 cars on the racer right now who have not pit.
Interesting.
And I would love to know who those guys are, but if we can find the 16, that's because RJ Smitty's in 4th. RJ Smitty just pit though. The 4th place car just pit. Deadly Bomb. Just got passed.
Getting in the car behind the 88 just pit too, so
there's Deadly
the 60
Bomb.
is still out here on the track. The 60's not really driving very fast. It doesn't look like he's blowing the doors off the 88, so he may be trying to save as well.
Well, the 88 and the 88 and the 4 are the only ones still out there. That is from the back and Jay Hyper. So we'll see what these guys can do. As
there goes the 60 around the 88 right there. So he's gonna make his move around. The 88's still there. Is he gonna?
And Jay Hyper pit. 88's down pit road.
It's coming up pit road. Oh man, too bad. How many laps are left?
We're trying to count on that now. We'll get it to you this lap here. But it appears that right now the 88, you see him as the leader. And I believe, yep, there they go. The new leaders. Now the 22 Diesel Piles, the 61 of FL Driver. Coming to 5 to go here. And we'll see what these guys can do. They're both Fords, so they're pretty much related cars. But I want to see FL's full-time Burst Moonlight Series driver. And Diesel's not. So we'll see what the 61 can do here.
Wow, well, that's too bad, man. I was kind of hoping that from the back could make it there. He really tried hard there. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. And that's how it goes sometimes. I know I've sure tried like hell sometimes to save gas and just just come up a little bit short.
4 to go here, 61. Looking at that, so we're going to get on board the 61 here for the rest of this race. See if we can get. Oh, there he is. Oh, that's the wrong car. There he is. 4 to go here. Come to 3 to go and hit start finish line. FL has had a good car today. Diesel's had a good car today. Diesel wants to win again at Las Vegas. It's been about a month since he's won in the Midnight Broadcast Network. FL, I don't think he's ever won in the Midnight Broadcast Network, so I want to see what he's going to be able to do.
So we had the 22 and the 61 battling for the lead here. Is that what you're telling me, Slade?
These are the only 2 cars in contention for the lead. Correct.
All right.
Diesel seems to be a little stronger. Yeah. Diesel seems to be the stronger car in 1 and 2.
And here's the thing: we talked about the respect and give and take earlier in the race. Now, 4 laps to go. It's excuse me, get out of my way. Now that doesn't mean you dump the guy to win the race, but you're gonna drive it in a little bit deeper, a little bit harder, maybe make some contact. I expect to see that now. Just nothing. You just don't want to be, kind of completely ridiculous with it.
Looks like the 61 car is just a little bit tight in 1 and 2, and that is killing him. We are coming to 1 to go here, as FL is running in the middle line, and it's just not working out. The car does just not seem to be able to get down the corner.
He just can't get the throttle down like he wants to.
So we got
And
one to go.
yeah,
Brought to you
22s.
by Burris Tires. Can Diesel Piles hold off the 61 and win this race?
I think so. I mean, unless Diesel makes a mistake, he's gonna win this race.
Diesel on the
I'll say
backstretch.
Slade. Go ahead, Slade. Finish her off.
Diesel Piles in the 22. The last win at MBN was at Las Vegas in our Cup Series. He's able to hold off the field and hold off FL driver Diesel Piles will win the Silver State 300 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Good job, Diesel. And I tell you what, good job to the whole field there, man. We started out a little shaky. Everybody kind of got it together, kind of shaped up, straightened up, and we went green flag there for at least 20, 30 laps, maybe, I would say.
For sure, yep.
Great job by those guys.
Yep, so it looks like our top three will be getting interviews will be Diesel Piles, FL driver, and I believe AKA Deadly Bomb bringing it home third after staying out, and he took no gas in his little pit strategy. So good job for him. Fourth place, Bags. Fifth place, Bulldog. Should have more results here coming for you.
Yeah, there's 4 tires for the way. Yeah, Bag tried the old 2, but that speed out there.
Yep, so here we go. We had let's see, first place Diesel Pop, second place FL Driver, third place Deadly Bomb, fourth place is Bags, fifth place Bulldog, sixth place Stage 1 winner Exterminator, seventh place was Marcus E-Dub, eighth place Stage 2 winner Celtics Fan, ninth place Deadpool, 10th place NoCo, 11th was From the Back, 12th was K-Taddy, 13th J Hyper, 14th RJ Smitty, 15th AK Racing, and 16th, he lagged out, found that out, of Hunty. Fastest lap of the race will go to Marcus with a 30.447, and second fastest goes to AKA Daily Bomb for 30.456. So if you could invite Mr. Piles to the party, he'll be getting his post-race interview.
Trying to get some information from the back on how short was he on fuel there. I'd like to know.
22, I was already on it. He was in the Discount Tires Mustang.
Piles. That's who we're going for. Alright, here we go. Oh, no. There he is.
Diesel, do you have your mic on? Or it's not mic on. Party audio settings just set to allowed, sir.
Let me check. Yep, we're good.
We're good already. Alright, this is Diesel Piles, driver of the number. He's 22 in our Cup Series, 22 in tonight's race at Las Vegas in the Burst Moonlight Series. Diesel, you seem to have a very fast car. You qualified on the second. You were not on the pole. You were on the front row, though. So you obviously had a very fast car. Talk us through your race, man. Seemed to have a very fast car all day. But at the very end, where it mattered, you're able to hold off the 61. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, so there in the beginning it was a little, I started second, but that outside just doesn't go on the restarts until you get momentum going. I kind of shuffled back, and then it was kind of like a little bit of a cluster there at the beginning. And then once things straightened out, I think we had I think that was the best run I've ever seen that we had there in Stage 2 with a lot of guys up there racing. But I knew I had a good car. I think I might have been one of the only ones that could really run that outside pretty well. I tried to do it more than I should have probably. But yeah, then came down to pit strategy. I guess you could call it pit strategy, and I was getting a little nervous because I knew I had a fast car, but there were some guys that were in the party that were like, yeah, I'm trying to stretch it, and I was like 30 something seconds behind. So luckily they couldn't make it.
Sure, man. When you came out of pit road, we had the onboard of FL. He had a 14.3 second stop. Were you thinking that he might have it won when y'all came out of pit road? Because I know you came out about a second behind him. Was there any thought that you were in trouble, at least with the 61?
Oh, well, to be honest with you, I mean, being that we were teammates, I had a 15.3, he had a 14.3, so he came out in front of me. So, like, the third lap after we pitted, we had to run Bags down first of all because Bags took 2 tires, and we kind of knew that's who we were racing for the lead. So he decided to let me go past him because I was a little bit faster, and he was gonna catch my draft and follow up through there. Ended up working because we both got 1-2. So that ended up working out.
Sure, man. WV, do you have a question for our race winner?
How does it feel to win?
It's nice to be back in victory lane. I mean, it never feels bad.
We were talking during the race about how it wasn't too long ago in the Cup Series at Las Vegas where you and I were in the back and we sent it to the front, and you had that photo finish at the line. So we knew you were excited about Las Vegas and looking for another W in the desert.
To be honest with you, I kind of started with a completely fresh setup because I didn't have one for Xfinity, and I didn't even use my Cup or truck setup, so I had to start brand new and ended up being fast.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on the win, and I think we're gonna be seeing you all the time now in the Xfinity Series, right? Just based off the work schedules and whatnot for the Cup Series on Tuesday nights. So full-time Cup or Xfinity now?
Yeah, based off my baseball schedule and stuff, I'll be running full-time Xfinity because I have Mondays open, so that's where I'll be at.
Sweet, man. Well, glad to have you, and good to see you. And you started off with the win, so great job.
Yeah, thank you.
That was Diesel Pile Driver number 22, Discount Tire, Ford Mustang, your winner at the Silver State 300 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Next should be Mr. FL Driver. FL had a great night in his first ever race in the Ford Mustang, so we'll see how he feels about getting that win.
Get him there for you, Slade. Hear me clicking. FL Driver, here we go. Invites out.
That's what I like to see, though. Everyone had different strategies. You saw Deadly Bomb and Bulldog, who finished 3rd and 5th, took fuel only on their last stop. Bags finished 4th with a 2-tire stop, and you guys who finished 1st and 2nd, who took 4 tires. So you had 3 different strategies between all top 5 drivers. And does FL Driver versus your pod audio set to always allow?
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
Go check, please. Don't want to have a mid-interview and people can't hear you.
People would stop inviting me to things.
A very important person.
Yes, it is.
All right. This is FL Driver, driving to the news, number 61, Ford Mustang. FL, this is probably I'd say your best race to date. I've commentated probably every race in Xfinity, or Moonlight Series, excuse me, except for Auto Club, and this is your best race by far. Walk us through your race, man. You were in contention for a win with the 22 of Diesel. Just talk us through your race. How'd it go?
I was kind of struggling in the first two quarters of the race, and pretty loose, but at the same time I was just being flushed back. It's kind of like a trash can, kind of like a hole. And started finding something, and me and the 22 started working together and kind of got front. After we saw Bags start falling back, we were like, just keep going. Bags start pitting, and we were just hoping, just praying that we were coming out 1-2 once again, and we didn't. So we had to run down Bags and run down everyone else that hasn't already pit. We're really glad to get a second place position, though. It's awesome.
Sure, man. You mentioned you and Diesel. Diesel said that you two were more worried about catching Bags, and that you kind of let him go so y'all catch Bags better. I know. Do you think if you maybe stay in front of Diesel, do you think he gets around you and passes you after you guys pass him, or what do you think the situation comes out if you stay ahead of the 22 there while working through the field?
I think before we even got the Bags, I think he would have passed me. My car was just shoved up the track so bad, especially in the end there. I had nothing for him, so there was really nothing else I could do. I knew he had the faster car, so I slowed him by just to make sure we passed him.
Gotcha, man. W, you got any comment or question for our second place finisher?
So when it came to the strategy and you said you guys were going to go, were you thinking about like, ooh, maybe I should try to save some fuel?
No, not really. I knew we were just pulling away from everyone else, and I knew when we come out we would have a pretty decent lead after passing Bags. So.
Did you get worried that maybe a couple of the guys who are out there trying to save fuel might be able to save it and still win?
Well, I wasn't really thinking about that whenever we went pits. After we realized that, oh, I'm still a lap down, I was like, oh man, these guys actually might be able to save gas, especially from the back. He was probably the only ones that was like actually trying.
Yeah.
Sadly, he didn't be able to get that win.
Yeah, we were watching him, and I was telling everyone here listening and Slade that I was actually messaging him during the race, trying to give him some pointers on saving fuel, and it looks like he tried. He really tried pretty hard, but it was it looked like he came up a couple laps short and had to pit there. But hey, man, good job on the race. We saw a lot of clean action out there. Happy to see that. Glad guys were using their heads, and congratulations on your finish.
Also, I want to thank Big D for the setup. He helped me a lot with that one, so thank you to him.
Sure, man. That was FL driver, driver number 61, Ford Mustang in the Burris Moonlight Series. Got to use the name. But congrats on your second place finish, man. Good luck on next week.
Thank you. You guys have a good night.
You too, man. Thank you. Next, we should get AKA Deadly Bomb here tonight.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
Let's see if we get him in here. Deadly, I don't think Deadly, we probably should have told him before he got off. He might have got off.
Yeah, and I don't seem to have him on my list yet. Or yeah, actually he's showing us offline, so
Search.
Kinda...
If you want to just search AKA, there should be about 3 people there, but I think Deadly Bomb should be.
Hey, the AK guys are pretty big, you know, even on PlayStation.
Oh, for sure.
So.
Yep. I just passed 35.
You know what? I've enjoyed having the AKA guys kind of come over and race with us. You know, it's been pretty cool. To some of the cross-platform action we've seen. Pretty cool. Let's
see, what car was he in? He was in the American car. I was trying to find a sponsor.
I'm not seeing him here though. You have like an underscore, AKA underscore.
AK underscore Deadly Bomb, I believe. Deadly underscore Bomb.
Yeah, I have to do the underscore because there's like 400 AKA.
I know I know Deadly Bomb's all caps. It's weird.
Oh, there we go.
The Joey Gase mobile. See if we can get him in here. This will be his first ever post-race interview at midnight.
Send him an invite. Oh, hit the PS button when the messages were flying there.
Well,
oh, there we go.
Tragic. There we go. Alright, Deadly Bomb, is your party audio set to always allow?
Yes.
Alright, this is AKA Deadly Bomb, an Xbox regular, and we didn't mention this in the stream. We were going through all the guys and made the Pro League. Deadly Bomb was a top 50 contender and won the ISM showcase race over on Xbox, but came out of PS4, and he finished third in our Burris Moonlight Series. Deadly, you had a pretty good car all night. Drove a pretty clean race. We mentioned earlier in the race you had a fantastic save. Talk us through your race today, man.
Yeah, I just don't know how I saved it, but I did it.
Sure, man. You looked. There was a lot of great saves. I know me and WVU commented on that in the Moonlight chat. There's a lot of guys making a fantastic saves. Do you think the biggest issue was just loose race cars, or is it maybe something to do with the aero package? What are your thoughts on that?
I think I would pretty much lose on that one. Cause I just got sideways pretty quickly. I was like, oh crap. Because whenever I start sliding, I'm like, oh god, I gotta keep it down so it don't cause a big powered up crash.
Sure, man. Do you got any comment or question or comments or concerns you could say on appreciate what they say in school?
Comment for sure was I thought you and everybody else did a great job today of the race started out a little shaky, but as it went on, did a great job of giving respect, giving room. Everyone was saving the cars nicely, so great job out there. And was this your first top 3 in a points race for midnight? So that's pretty exciting, and glad to have you over here because you're on the Xbox side too, right? With the AKA guys, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's great to have you over here racing with us on the PS4 side. We love that. So, what did you think about the competition tonight? How does it compare? I mean, is it pretty good? Maybe easier. Like, what did you think?
I think that it was pretty good. A lot of competitor drivers out there.
I just thought I had a good pitch. Charlie down to the end. I think I got 5 laps short on the fuel. So I was kind of hoping that 2 tire would pay it off, but it didn't.
Yeah, we were watching that
soon-
from the
As
booth.
soon as got closer to maybe 2 lap down, 2 lap to go, I think my left rear tire was down to 20%. I was just starting to get extremely loose.
Oh yeah, I can bet. Yeah, you're just holding on for dear life at that point. But hey, good job
yeah.
out there tonight. It's great having
Thank
you,
you.
and we look forward to seeing you next week at Michigan.
Ready?
Yeah, that was AKA Deadly Bomb driving number 35 Chevy Camaro in our Burris Moonlight Series. Congrats on the 3rd place finish. So I believe that is going to do it. Let's see. I had to go back to the car one there. Cindric. That's 22. It's going to do it all. It's going to do it all. It's going to be all here for in the booth for the Burris Moonlight Series commentary team. WV, you want to give us your final thoughts and opinions on that race?
I do. I just want to say thank you to everyone watching. I also want to say for anyone watching that, our group of guys here that run this are a very good group of guys. We try to keep things professional and appropriate. And you know what? We respect all leagues out there, whether it's Xbox, PlayStation, regardless. And so, if you guys see anything that ever has our name attached to it, and it doesn't look professional or positive, it didn't come from us. So just anyone out there watching or listening, please know that we do respect all of you. And anytime any situations arise where it may look like maybe something possibly unprofessional or whatever comes out there, do not, we'll handle it, we'll take care of it. And, that's all I have to say, Slade. So, but thanks again for everyone for watching.
Sure, man. For my perspective, that was a very clean race. Arc City guys, I think it was our best race to date. Even those full-time Xfinity guys, I think they did fantastic, including our Cup guys. But congrats to Diesel Piles once again for the win. Congrats to FL Driver and AK Deadly Bomb for the 2nd and 3rd place finish with their respective strategies. But this has been Slade J84 and WB Fan 18 sign off. Hope you guys have a good night, good rest of your week, and tune in tomorrow night at 8:15 Eastern for our Cup Series race at Kansas. See you guys next time.